Yo, what's good, y'all? Episode 79, Deadass though podcast. Coming to you live and direct. Not so live, but definitely indirect, man. Kel's here, Shell's here, Nisa's here.
Duh.
Got a guest in the building. Guest in the building. We got Leo
returning again for the 8th time.
For the 15th time, we got Leo and we got Maglo. Maglito, Magnifico in the fucking building, y'all.
Whoop.
What's good?
What's going on?
Hand clap, hand clap, hand clap, hand clap. Respect.
Yes.
Can this
Well,
thing see me?
Hand clap for
Can this thing see me?
yes.
we can edit it.
Okay. Just put me like a picture of me. Just like Photoshop me.
On the side, right?
We got the cameraman right here.
I'm a head peek on it.
Now we got to do like the
Gotcha.
Jesus and Meryl shit. Just like, Maglito. I mean, well, welcome to the new abode. I mean, things have changed since the last time y'all been here.
Yeah, it's
cool.
Comfy
less
couch.
homely.
Yes.
Less?
More professional.
Yeah, perfect.
And they have a good addition.
Hello, yeah. Oh, yeah, you weren't here the last
Little
time.
dun- yeah, nah. I'm new.
Been leveling up.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd y'all find each other? How'd this happen?
So, funny story.
All right.
I'm going to tell it.
I'm the interviewer.
Funny story.
They crashed into me. And
Basically, my friend was doing, or my homeboy was doing, like, a show with them, and I seen him like previewing it, and I was like, let me get on, because I went to school for production. I've been wanting to do my own podcast, but I didn't have the experience, so I was like, let me feature on someone's podcast and kind of get like the idea of it and get the feel for it, so I can know what I'm expecting to walk into. And then that didn't happen, because we ended up all vibing with each other, and then I got invited to come back, and then I got
It happened, but
invited
it was
to
just long
come back,
time.
and then it just happened, and now I'm here. And now it's us.
Hey.
All of
So-
us, we all here.
I like it.
It all
This is
happened
cool.
for a
This is
reason.
a really cool place, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like
As soon as it
In high definition, niggas.
as soon as it opened up, now I mean, we were like one of the first ones in here
Back.
in the building. So been taking advantage of this. And now, oh, by the way, now I mean, I'm not sure if y'all heard, but now we're on iHeartRadio. Y'all can find us, search us up.
Yes.
Black Inside, yes.
Wait, where's the
iHeartRadio.
pillow?
Where's the pillow?
Jay, throw the pillow over.
Don't throw the pillow.
Yeah.
back.
But yeah, we official, man. Official tissue. So we appreciate
Beautiful.
y'all for coming in once again to chop it up, man.
Once again.
It's
Proud of you.
real easy to get lost in this place. There's many fucking doors.
It's what you call corridors.
There's a bunch of turns. I was like, I wasn't paying attention. I'm just following at this
The
point.
issue is that everything just looks the fucking same from the
Yeah.
outside, but once you
Yeah.
get inside, it's like, oh, okay.
You can like only navigate
You
to
know
the
where you
plaques and
are.
shit.
From the outside, you don't think any of this is like music industry.
Right.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
you walk through the doors, and then there's posters and shit signed everywhere.
Make 'em right at the
Guitars, like,
Studios and
Yeah.
shit. There's a whole nother floor too. They got the third floor.
yeah.
Ooh.
You ain't
It's
see
like,
that shit.
I mean, companies always buy buildings and then put a bunch of different shit in them.
There's a lot of shit here.
Yeah, as soon as people come in, I'm like, let me just walk with you. Don't worry about it. I got it. I'm like, all right. Call me back 5 minutes later. Where are you?
Where's the bathroom?
I can't get back in.
That was the issue before. Like, people will come through, and I'll completely forget that they need, like, my beep to get in, and I'm not paying attention to my phone. I'm like, oh, shit, I got to go get them. They're just like this. Motherfucker, where the
Imagine
fuck
you
were
needed to
you?
get to the bathroom.
I was like, my bad. I ain't mean
Tight.
to. I really didn't mean to. But yeah, we got the homeboys in the building. Couple good things happened this week. Y'all want to start with MJ? I feel like that was like a major news thing that happened.
What is it? What? How many
Yeah.
years has it been?
10
10
years
years?
already.
10-year anniversary.
Wow.
I'd like to know where y'all were when that shit happened and how that like
Right.
affected y'all.
When MJ passed?
I was
Yeah.
in the Orange City movie theater watching Transformers 2.
Oh fuck
Wow.
that!
Yeah.
That shitty
That
movie.
movie took
Do you
so
remember
fucking
literally
long in
the
that
day?
whole
I'm
desert
like,
scene.
I don't know what I was doing 10
I was
years
like,
ago.
that shit was trash. Like, getting that news, I was like, well, gives me a reason to fucking leave the theater now. Now I gotta go think about this.
That's right, because it happened like later on for us, right?
Yeah.
Like in the evening.
Yeah, it was later that
it was
afternoon.
later that
yeah,
afternoon.
Damn.
I remember. I
17.
remember
I don't
exactly
remember.
where I
That's a
was.
sad thing to say. I don't
We
remember.
were just a boy.
What was I doing when I
It
was
was still a
17?
fetus.
In 2009,
Nothing.
I was in 10th grade.
10th grade.
What?
I'm lying, right?
Are you?
I was a freshman.
Count.
Hold on.
2009, 2010, 11, 12. I graduated in 2013, so I was going
Yeah, that sounds
into
about right.
freshman year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, yeah, you
remember
know
what I
what
was
I mean,
doing.
It's all
Yeah,
shook.
facts is-
There's
that
a lot
means
of
you were-
alcohol in between the time.
It's 2009 when that movie came out. Yeah.
Yeah, 2009.
Stop
That
talking
was
about that
senior
movie.
year for us. I think that was senior year.
Nigga.
Yeah, I
what?
remember. Y'all cried
When
that
did
day,
you
though.
graduate?
2009. Yeah.
I thought
I'm
you
the
were our
baby?
age.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
The baby.
Just
That
turned
is the first
28,
time.
baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
What did
28,
baby?
Huh?
But yeah, that day I fucking cried, dog, because like MJ was a huge part of like my just household period. So when that shit came out of nowhere, and I was getting ready because he was gonna go on that tour.
Yep, This Is It tour.
The Vegas
Is It?
one?
Yeah. He was going.
It was a world tour. It was a world tour. The last
he was
one.
like
It was done after that.
over there. Yeah.
And I remember specifically my aunt was talking about it. So at that time was the first time I was really like working for my own money. So I was trying to work up enough to see if I could buy tickets to the fucking shit. Bring my auntie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he passed away. I was like.
I still ain't see that documentary. I don't want to watch it.
Dude, no, they came out. A bunch of it was the one, the HBO one.
Yeah,
the 4 episodes.
This Is It one.
They found. This is it. One.
Nah.
Oh no,
You're talking about Leaving Neverland, bro.
I was
Relax.
about to say no. A lot of that shit was lies. They found out that he was lying.
Like, yo,
That fucking kid. I was like, we're not talking about. Yeah, I was like, Sheldon, what?
Oh, with the Indian dude?
We're not going there. We're not gonna go there.
I was like, we're touching this. We're doing this.
He was lying his face off though.
Wow.
Bro, for real. I was like, it wasn't even there at the years that he was saying and all that. I was like, you're a fucking
The
whole
best
lie.
part of that whole documentary is Mike just going to like Vegas and just buying up the whole place. Like, this is nice. I'll take that.
This is my entire
$50,000. I'm like, Mike.
Crazy.
I'll buy a truck with a U-Haul.
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
even worry.
It's like his
It's just
bodyguard or
funny.
whatever, just like writing shit down. Like, you want the sarcophagus?
Just make sure you get the receipts, bro.
Yo, imagine pulling up to someone's crib. They got a sarcophagus. It's just like here, and it's not even like the main
with a
piece
real
of the crib.
fucking mummy in it, my nigga. With King Tut in it.
That's really King Tut.
Jimmy Hoffa in that bitch.
Yeah, this is really King Tut.
What do you think
Would you
is
to touch
like
it?
his bonuses for like the personal assistants were? And he's just buying all this shit and like, yo, you gave me like a card,
had
like a
to-
Christmas
Imagine.
card,
It had to be something
Family.
crazy, man.
I'm sure he was petty as shit with his family.
and your first
You
edition
think?
I
album.
think so.
Weren't they close? I thought they were close.
No, they were close when he was younger, and then when they kind of like fell off. That's why he went through all that
The
shit.
grew
'cause his
part is that
dad-
money grew and soon grew
Damn.
black-hearted.
Yeah.
It's definitely like an
His dad
iTunes
kind of
gift
drove
card.
him
that
to.
VH1
He hated
documentary.
his image, and his dad like didn't like that shit.
Oh, shit.
He
It's
said,
a
"Here's
whole
a
issue.
Here's an iTunes card. Buy
Yeah,
my."
it was a definitely
Did you ever
dysfunctional
really
family.
see them in pictures together? After a certain age, it was
Well,
like you didn't see them
I
together.
thought around that time they were trying to like get it together. I know he was.
I think they
talking
were
to
trying to
Janet.
bond back again, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like
It's like
There.
forced. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like
it
even
was
we
like,
see
I'ma
like the
just do it,
tour and
but-
shit, like the Jackson 5 tour, and like
But even just in like real life, you got like family members.
they
just
were
like, yeah,
they
you
the
can still
Jackson
do it.
Michael was sick of them niggas. Like, yo, niggas aren't doing it, bro.
I'm
Tired
sure
of
money, getting money, and being the single out of the group and just blowing up so beyond what they would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you, stray away from your family as well, or away from like people, because you can love somebody so much, but greed always plays a role in that. You know what I mean? Hatred, jealousy, all that.
Yeah, but
Just
Mike
straight dysfunction.
after Mike dropped Thriller, he went on Jermaine's album. He ain't had to do that. Tell me I'm not.
I'm sure at the time it
That shit
was
was
still
hard.
good. I mean, like the last Jackson reunion, the Jacksons reunion, where it's just like they're all grown ass adults and shit,
We're
and
like,
just tired of each other.
They had that HBO shit, but damn, what? It was some anniversary or some shit, or Mike's birthday, where like
we're like, yeah,
Usher
it was Mike's
performing
birthday.
and shit.
Usher, Chris Tucker
yeah.
was out there kicking with the wrong
was a cool
leg.
video.
And I think like
There's a
Randy
lot of
was out
shit.
there like, you done with OPP?
Yeah.
They're like, nigga, shut the fuck up. What's wrong with you?
See,
You know what
that's
that
it right
means?
there.
You know what that
he's tired of them
means?
niggas. His gift to them was like, yo, you going on tour with me? You gonna open up? That's it.
You know how sick I would be though? Like we all have family problems, but if them shits was like public, it's just like, oh god damn it.
That's what celebrities go through.
Come on, Randy.
All their fucking family issues are aired out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, y'all think had it the hardest? I think Latoya had it the hardest
OD.
because she had no talent. Was
I was say I don't even know who that is.
exactly.
They play her like in all like Family Guy, whatever the case is. She's like, yes. Like just
What is it?
and
What's the
everything.
prayer that they did? Rubber dub dub. Thanks for the grub. Yay God. And that was it. Like
Violated.
that was sickening.
Violated. But that's how it is, man. You come up on the Michael, man. The baby brother makes it and shit. But that nigga shifted the whole culture, man, the whole world.
He had it though. He had that stardom to him. So
Sims 5.
that just happens.
Did he say nigga to people?
He must have back in the day.
Imagine him saying, "Can you say nigga
1000%.
in his voice?"
He probably did. I'm sure he said nigga. Man. Like,
Nigga,
get these niggas off my stage.
Come on, please.
No, this the shit that double dot. He said double dot. He said, yo, Mike been saying thought way before y'all.
Said double thought.
He said, Randy, stop acting like a nigga. He said, yo. But I heard like his regular speaker voice, he was just chilling. Like they got like recorded voice calls of him just being like, hey, what's good? Like
He used to prank
whatever
call
the case
people
was,
like
good.
crazy.
Yeah, because he was
Like
a kid.
he would prank call, and no, even when he was grown.
Oh, no, when
Macaulay
he was grown,
Culkin
he was
was
still
talking
a
about
kid.
that on a podcast that they would prank call people, and he would say like, "Hey, this is Michael Jackson," and nobody would fucking believe it. And he
Who
just would
would?
thought Macaulay Culkin was saying like he just thought that was the funniest shit. He would hang up and he just would just giggle to himself the whole time. And it's like,
I think Pharrell had a similar story that he got a call from Mike. And he's like, yeah, it's Michael Jackson. He's just he's like, the fuck? Just eating popcorn. Like, hey Pharrell, how you doing? It's Mike. Like just chilling like a regular nigga.
Nobody,
Big
even
Mike.
Pharrell, you can't even expect some shit like that to get a call from, the king.
He
Nigga,
had everyone's number for sure, though.
Easily. That's what they said about Prince too. Like they just find some shit out and they're just like, he's on the phone. You already know, like,
Yeah, right?
Prince is on the phone.
Get their assistant, like, let's tell their assistant there, yo, get a number.
It's that easy. Oh,
Get him
Mike,
the
yeah, no
number.
problem.
I want to prank.
Who wouldn't give him their number?
No, just unbeknownst, like, never even seen Prince in my life. How the fuck is he calling me?
The whole Jimmy Fallon shit. Did y'all see that shit when Prince died and he was telling his story about like playing ping pong with Prince?
Oh, that was that real?
Yes.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's
a
a real
crazy
story.
Yeah.
That's a
I ain't
crazy
see that.
story.
The cast from New Girl did the same thing when they had that episode over at Prince's place.
Oh, the literal Prince
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
They got to like play ping pong and shit with them.
See, these people
was
got
like,
experiences
Right?
that don't deserve it.
Sitcoms.
Damn.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the whole episode was dedicated to him. So
I mean, like, yeah, after the fact.
just imagine. But I guarantee y'all, go in and watch that shit if y'all ain't seen it. Like it's like Jimmy Fallon and Questlove just talking about that situation because that shit is fire. We still never got Mike versus Prince though. Nigga, that shit would have been hard.
Your bud is mine. That's what killed it.
He said no, nigga.
After that, like, nah, I'm good. I don't wanna deal with that.
They still trying to get him today with the whole like documentary and shit. They were giving Oprah shit for that. Like, yo, bro, you do not like
Yeah.
fact check your shit. Like,
She
what's
was
going
bad. Yeah, she
What
fucked
happened?
up. They took that shit down immediately. Like a couple weeks
yeah.
after putting it out, the HBO like took down their documentary of MJ.
on? So that what is it? Finding Neverland, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck it's
yeah.
called. I
Finding
guess like
Neverland.
Oprah put him
The
like on her
facts.
platform, like presented like it was all fact, and then a couple weeks later, come to find out like a lot of it was
Debunked.
bullshit. Yeah.
Like parts of like the Neverland place weren't even like constructed yet, and they were saying that they were there at this year and all this, and they're like wrong.
they
It was like
framed
2
it.
years later is when everything was up there.
Oh, no.
They framed it right to make him look guilty.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, free. Your time
but
is up.
how? I don't understand why people do that. Why would you make a whole documentary on lies?
To defame.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
for the
but
clout,
like-
this
Do
nigga don't
anything for
deserve
You know,
this.
somebody at that level, everyone's gonna fact check. You're not just gonna brush that shit
Oh,
off because
yeah.
nobody wants to believe it.
The super fans are immediately like fucking wrong.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Actually, that wing
Actually.
in Neverland wasn't built until
Yeah.
2 years later.
Yep.
Dick.
Yeah.
I
Trust
knew
me,
it because
I was outside
There
the
was
gate waiting for
black
it
waiting
to
for that
fall.
shit. Okay, don't
Waiting.
fucking lie to me.
With picket
I know
signs and
Michael
shit,
would
let me
never.
in.
Idiot.
But that's how much they hated him, bro. Like they've been trying to get him for so long with this shit, bro.
It's crazy.
They had a lot of pictures. Like, some of it I did believe, like, he hung out with the kids, obviously, and shit. But, like, all of
We can
that,
all say that's weird.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
goes
everyone's
like
seen it was weird when it was happening.
Yeah.
We all thought that shit was weird when it was happening. That's why it was so easy to believe.
True. That's
But
very true.
Yeah, like the first trial, all that
Michael.
was going on like when I was in middle school, I think. And I remember like coming home from school like at 12:45, like, Mike's on. Oh, he got another one? And I'm like fucking
Yeah.
thirsty and shit, you know what I mean? I
This
know
nigga
what's going
said
on.
he got another one.
Caught another one?
And then he got off. I'm like, my man, good.
He didn't do
We could
it.
play Rock Mock World and all that. Rock Mock.
I did like.
I've
You
never,
didn't stop playing it.
I've never been the type to like, even with the R. Kelly shit, I've never been the type to stop listening. Them shits are hits.
The R. Kelly one I
Okay.
had to.
Remember the movie?
That's
The
you
Michael Jackson
dancing.
movie?
I dance at
With, like,
home
Joe
and that
Pesci
shit.
was in it.
You get ready to
It
that
was real
shit.
weird.
like-
Talking about the remix to Ignition.
Wait, hold on. We're talking about two
Hot and
different
fresh outfit. Never mind.
Yeah, R. Kelly one was different. I couldn't listen to him. But with all this shit going on, like Drake
Really?
and everybody,
Nigga,
like
his
picking them
sex
off.
tapes
You
Still waiting to
couldn't,
come out
you
with R.
couldn't
Kelly.
listen to R. Kelly?
Nah, I told you.
I'm like,
It's
we're quiet. We
I already
talked about
told
it.
y'all.
We
I
talked about this
know.
extensively
Yeah.
on the podcast.
But I love Honey Love.
20
I can't listen to
episodes.
it.
Yeah, he says, yeah.
I can't
he
do
said
it.
that a lot.
But Mike was different because they never had,
Proof.
sufficient
Yeah.
proof.
Yeah. R. Kelly really got those videos.
Yeah, he most definitely did it.
You know what's crazy though?
bro.
I can't listen to 6ix9ine, but I can listen to R. Kelly.
That is strange.
Right?
Not
So
really,
you-
actually.
So you're down with the pedophilia, but not with the snitching.
No,
That's
it's just
different.
that
I
R.
like that.
Kelly puts out like soulful songs that have been in my life for years.
Oh, that's
Whereas
true. The
6ix9ine is like,
nostalgia.
yeah, like, I mean, he never said he wasn't a nasty ass nigga. He was just with kids.
Are you dumb, 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 dumb?
You know, he wasn't faking the person that he was. He was fucking bitches. They were just underage.
That's just what he was.
So-
Yo, that.
That's just what it was.
But to go back to what Leo was
Such a
saying.
horrible statement.
Which movie were you talking about? The only
The
one I
Michael
could think of
Jackson
was
movie. It's
talking
got like
about
Joe
Moonwalker?
Pesci. Yeah, I don't know. Joe Pesci's
No,
in
there's
it. He's the
another
bad
one.
guy.
Wasn't that
There's another
Yo,
one.
it's wild. This
Oh.
movie makes no sense, like at
I don't
all.
remember.
Some little
After this-
girl gets like taken
That
from Michael,
sounds
and he
like
goes
the
over
plot
and
to the
tries to like
Moonwalker
save
video
her.
game.
After this, remind me, and I'll show you. One of the people in these offices has the poster to
He
that
becomes
movie.
like metal. He becomes like metal
he
Michael
Metal
Jackson.
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's Moonwalker.
It's wild. It's
I'm sure there's
fucking
super
super
anime.
anime.
I
Because they
haven't
made a
seen
video
that.
game out of that shit.
Yes.
Is that scary claymation, Michael?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Bro.
The
I
beginning,
haven't
there's
seen
like
that. I don't wanna see
claymation.
it.
Don't
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
not
Yeah.
good. It's not worth it.
It's
You
not
don't have
Purple
to
Rain.
do
The game isn't worth
It's
it.
scary. But I used to watch that shit over
worth
and
it.
over and over again because I didn't even know what the heck it was. That and Mortal Kombat. I don't know how many
Oh,
times
I
I watched
love Mortal Kombat though.
The OG.
I watched
Yeah.
it so much. Yeah.
Yeah. I
That's
was
like
what
a
is this?
great shitty movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mortal
It is a shitty movie, but it's a
The
one.
first one was great.
It's
The
a time.
second one was shitty.
Dude, immediately Johnny Cage dies. I was like, what is this bullshit?
Yo, snap that nigga's neck off.
It's
Dad?
still a good movie now. I actually seen Mortal Kombat a couple months ago.
I saw that shit in the theaters.
Sit your soul is
1995,
mine.
my nigga. With my mama. She took me. I like, thank you, mama.
I was born in 1995,
That's when Big
You
Guy.
definitely wasn't there.
so I wasn't there, but I watched it a
I
few
was
years
there.
later.
7 years
And I was
old.
like
Hated
five.
Because
that
they used to play
shit,
that
my
shit
nigga.
all the
Watch
time
that
on
late.
TNT.
What'd you say?
I also saw it late.
Yeah, I
Mortal
probably
Kombat.
seen it when I was like
Yeah.
5, 6 for the first time.
Yeah. Damn,
And then-
yeah, you watched it madly with us.
That's like when the techno ray was in there. Dun, 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 dun. It was
House set.
You think about what was it do with the four arms called?
Goro.
He was in there.
I almost
looking-
say
He was
Greedo.
ugly as
You
shit.
see
Nah,
how
man.
quickly I answered that?
I wish I
That's
was
it.
making music back then. That would have been so like fun.
That would be
That would've been
fitting.
different.
Honestly,
so
you could do
good.
like a video with it. You can still bring that
He's
back
got-
though with your sound.
You got your YouTube thing where you get fucking a bunch of views.
I was about to say, why not do it now?
Right?
Yeah.
It's true. But it was a different that was what
the
everyone
sound.
was
Yeah.
listening to. And it was
Yeah.
like easy to make. Maybe not then because they didn't have like good programs, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, that's a fact. Whenever something like that happens, I would like to think to be like a fly on the wall when like they're creating that or something like that.
because
what
you
I
know
mean?
the
Just being-
guy who's making the Mortal Kombat theme was just like in the studio.
Just hype. We just never. It still gets some hype to this day and shit. He's just not tired of it.
He brings it up.
I wonder,
Whenever
if
he
he
can.
gets like royalties or if he signed all that shit away.
He probably sounded away.
Yeah, he
It's
probably
like,
sounded
in the
away.
90s, niggas just sounded this shit away.
They didn't know the value of it.
No, not
They
at
didn't know
all.
the value of
That
it.
sucks,
So
No, yeah, I'll take 2,000 now.
Bro.
Yeah.
Nigga, got a whole catalog
Shit's
worth how
worth
much.
millions.
Never would he
now,
thought
shit.
20 fucking 6 years later still be playing that song.
But now, like going back,
Is
the
that
new
26?
Mortal Kombat came
If it
out,
came out, that's
and
24.
Shao Kahn
If
is
it
in
came
it
out
now,
in
like the
95,
dude from back then.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember seeing that.
announcement. My birthday is on July 3rd.
Hey.
Oh, is it?
I'ma
Just
light
so
a
y'all know,
firework
by the
and throw
next
it at you.
episode, I'll be 24.
Till the next
Okay.
episode.
Yeah, I'm working that day,
Yes.
so
Snaps for 24.
be blessed.
Yeah.
You're what?
I'm working that day. Unless you go to Red Hot and Boom, let me know. I'll be there.
Red Hot and
Burning
Boom.
up, my nigga.
It's red hot and hot in that.
Yeah, it's gonna be
gonna be
hot.
I am.
shit.
Who's performing?
I don't fucking know.
You just going to work it?
It's just like pop artists and shit.
Just fucking
Like nobody like big.
It's like more like
Yeah, it has
local
been
or
done.
small,
It's smaller, yeah.
like just small artists.
Yeah.
It's small with a bunch of fucking people.
Well, to my knowledge, keep in mind, I'm not the biggest like pop music person, so.
Yeah.
Because last year I didn't know none of them, but apparently somewhere in like American Idol, somewhere like Von Famous and doing
Justin
all this
Guarini?
stuff. So.
One of the Jonas Brothers.
He doesn't know
band did
anyway.
that shit.
No, that was
Like
the
some-
second winner
Act-
after Kelly Clarkson. I remember.
Yeah, that's the runner-up. First
Oh
season.
really? I didn't know
Runner-up,
that.
that's
I only know Kelly Clarkson.
Oh,
I didn't watch that shit like
You don't know,
that.
Justin had the weird scarecrow face. Now he's the
He had the
Dr.
hair.
Pepper guy.
He had the
You don't know the Dr. Pepper commercials with the little... What's his name?
I don't know. This just
No.
Let's just be funny.
I
as
I
shit.
ain't
don't.
got cable.
I
He got the
Sorry.
Sideshow
Right, like-
Bob hair. You don't
I'm
remember
a
that shit?
streamer,
Yeah, I
so
stream
no, I didn't
everything.
see the shit.
I ain't got cable.
But
I like
Blue
that.
did IG.
That's really a thing though. Like I just stream. Like I
Yeah,
don't know. I
I'm
don't
a
watch.
streamer.
I don't like commercials.
I don't
I watch
consume content.
sports.
I make it.
I watch sports and like award shows, but other than that, I
Videos.
stream everything else.
Did you guys talk about how Reddit's
No,
not
what you-
having NBA streams anymore?
Bro.
No, but that pissed me
Why?
off.
Yo, I don't understand that
Piracy
nonsense.
type
I was
of
That's
thing.
some
stupid
bullshit.
because that's what I literally watch
Yeah.
for NBA
Yeah,
shows.
that's
That's
right.
right. Yep, that's where I
How am I
get
supposed to watch
all
West
my
Coast
shit
games?
from. It's gonna be an
Can't-
alternative by the time the season starts up. So I have faith.
Yo, somebody's
I
gonna
mean, I
finesse
have
IG
a,
Live
I
and
have
throw
a
them shits up.
login for Spectrum, and it has all the channels.
I can get one.
So that's what
I ain't
I was
stressed.
offering it. But it's cool.
That's
I'm
so
gonna keep
nice
it to
of you.
myself.
Because Spectrum has like
Take it
the
back.
app now that
Yeah.
you can just pull up
That's what I have. Yeah.
and she offer.
I
I'll
have
take it.
If y'all just throw it out there for everybody.
Yeah, that's
Like, yo, here's the login. Here's the
Put it on the-
password.
So if y'all want it, it's
Designated times. Don't all watch at once, my
You
nigga.
literally can only do like 2.
yeah. So that's it.
It's like the Netflix.
I think
like,
it's like
too
2
many
or
are
3.
on.
That's
I don't
why,
pay for that shit, so we gotta.
that's why I like fucking
You need
HBO.
it.
HBO said we don't give a fuck how many times you like share this shit. Nigga, as long as you watch it.
I don't want nobody to watch this that gives me their password to things I swear I don't share them. It's just me.
Up that viewership.
I used to be that person too, but now I'm just like, nah, you ain't having my shit. It's quiet. I'm sorry.
I don't. Okay, so
You
I
get a
got logged
Wi-Fi?
out of my Netflix like 3 times, and now Netflix is more expensive. So what I did, because I gave other people my password, I just logged out of all them bitches.
Hey,
I changed my
that's what you do.
password and said, "Do you want to log out of every device in new?"
Bye.
Niggas was texting me like, "Yo, your Netflix still work?"
Like,
No,
yo, Square Catch Me, nigga, was good.
I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no Netflix.
Ain't got no money, baby.
It's passive
Cancel.
aggressive. If you
I'm
I like
That's a
that.
baby.
fact. Yeah, right. Just pettiness. You get mad at a nigga like, oh, locked out.
That's some cut off.
I can't believe you. You know what's funny?
That's gonna
I
hurt
went
a
to a
nigga.
dude's house and he had his ex's Netflix on.
Nice.
Nigga talking about it's my Netflix. The
It's
bitch name
Xflix.
was
It's-
Tina.
Maybe.
I said,
Split personality.
Is that your
Then I was the only
nickname?
one that heard that.
It's a thing. Xflix is a thing,
I've
man.
never heard
You say
that.
Xflix?
Yes.
Yes.
If we break up and I got your Netflix information in my shit, you
Mine's
better
now.
change your password, bro.
You,
That's
I'm
just the thing.
guessing
I'm gonna make
everybody's
another
name. Is this
profile
your
on
mom? Is this your cousin? Is this your sister? If you still got your ex's Netflix password, you still fucking.
Listen,
'Cause
shout out
if
to
you're
all
not
the
so fucking
Xflix
her, she
users out
cut
there,
in
man. I
that.
see
She
y'all.
cut in that Netflix real quick.
Yo, who was the
That's
first
not
nigga that came up with
friends.
Netflix and chill?
Somebody on Twitter.
A legend.
Yeah, bro.
legend.
Yo, imagine
Jay
just
said he
having
did.
something
He
pop
behind the
off like
scenes with it all.
that. They got shirts of that shit.
I was
Jay
just
said
trying to
he
watch
did.
Dexter. What's going on?
JPG Low, look at Jay. Netflix and
Oh, so you turn the
chill.
camera around on him. We can't.
Let's go, Jay.
Jay came up with it.
That's a really sad thing though, because sometimes you feel like that's all you can do.
Nah, Jay.
As soon as
Jay,
they cut that Netflix on, sometimes you really just be
Jay's
trying
smooth.
to chill.
He started it just
I
to make
just want
people
to
feel
watch The
comfortable.
Office for the 7th time again. What are you doing?
Like,
Don't touch
you
me.
know-
I don't want to hear this shit in the background because now I gotta
Don't
rewatch
freaking
it.
touch me.
It's all
Like,
touch
God.
me, bitch. Get
Me
off
too.
This is my third
movement.
time rewatching this.
Parkour.
I got myself a king size bed so we can be on opposite ends. Don't freaking touch me. Why are you
cannot
getting so
wait
close to
to
me?
get
You
a
know what
king-size
movie I
bed.
had to watch literally 5 times? Fucking
Jumanji.
no,
Was it because it was trash or?
no,
No,
it
she kept
wasn't.
getting
I was-
interrupted with chilling.
Pretty much. So
We all been there.
literally on the 5th time, I had to watch that shit by myself. By the way,
Mortal Kombat.
nah.
She still interrupted
Let me-
herself by.
Well, you told us to guess.
You asked us again.
You did.
What is the genre? No, I really want to guess this. No, don't say
Oh, do you
it.
want to guess?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
new.
yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna
That's
get it. He's
new.
gonna watch.
I
He's
love
gonna
this
get it
shit.
too.
It's new.
I live for this.
It's new.
Okay,
That's what she
so
said.
Is it a Netflix
it's about
original?
a woman and a man. They're married.
Okay.
They're having marital problems. They go to like a
happened.
cabin in the middle of nowhere, and the husband has a heart attack and dies.
Cabin Fever.
King of Queens.
No.
Oh,
Call it
it's
out.
like
I know
a
what you're talking
suspenseful
about.
movie.
Yes.
Yes, I saw it. I saw that shit with my girl.
And
She
some
tied up.
dude is in the corner.
Yeah, and he licks her
he's
toes.
Yes.
Oh, that was creepy.
What is the name of this
Never
movie?
seen that
Game.
I know.
shit.
Gerald's Game.
Me and my girlfriend
Gerald.
saw that
Gerald.
shit, and we were Netflix and chilling.
Gerald
between
from
that
Hey
shit.
Arnold?
Yeah, like
No.
Dang, out here?
it's
was a
hard
white
to
Gerald.
watch it all the way through because it's kind of like okay,
Yeah.
they get into trying to have sex with each other, and you kind of like ooh. Then it has all
Kinda
these
like,
slow
ooh.
parts, and it's
Like,
like
yeah, we can
it's-
fuck through this.
Yeah, it's like okay,
We're not-
whatever,
we're not
and then
gonna
you're
miss
like
nothing.
you tune
But you
back
get drawn
in, and
in.
you're like, yo, what happened? What happened? So then you got to rewatch it, and then when you
it
rewatch
wasn't
it, you
worth the
like fuck
rewatch.
it 5 times, and then I.
wasn't
Five
worth
The only reason,
Find
yeah,
a better
5.
movie.
The only reason why I finally like watched it to the end is because I was like, we gonna finish watching it. We never did. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it by myself. Because my homegirl watched it all, and she told me what happened, and I was like, damn, I gotta see that shit for myself. Because I missed it all. I missed it all.
You thought it was worth it, even when she described it to you, to go back and
that's
watch
real
it.
bad.
Yes. Okay. This is how she described it. So they
Yes.
had marital issues, whatever. The nigga has a heart attack, dies. That's when it starts. So then she starts hallucinating, and then
The
there's a
nigga licks
man
her
in the
toes.
corner shaking bones and shit in a little box, and he's in the corner and he's
It's
scary as shit looking, and she thinks she's still hallucinating. So she starts talking shit to him. And really, that's what saves her life because there really was a scary ass, deformed man in the corner, really
Spoiler.
watching her, and he
the
really was
fucking
gonna kill
dog
her.
starts eating
And
the dude.
Dang.
Spoiler alert to the greatest
And the
movie of all
dog starts
time.
eating the dude. Like a lot of
You're not gonna
crazy
watch
shit.
this movie.
Why
I don't
was
even think it's
your
on
dude so
Netflix
turned
anymore. To
on
be
right
honest,
It's not worth it.
it's not
to
worth it.
rewatch
You
for
can
y'all, but
you
it
can
was
chill
different.
throughout this entire movie.
It was
I
an
like
incredible
scary
film.
movies like that. I like
But, like,
suspenseful shit.
Why was he like trying like during that? Like that's a crazy ass.
Because
movie
it's,
to
the
try.
movies,
bro.
it has some really down
It's just
parts.
slow.
And
She's
you're just
in the
thinking
middle.
like, yeah, we could fuck through.
It's really slow. She starts talking about how her dad like. Her dad
and
ruined
That's
men
how
for
Netflix
her.
and chill
Apparently,
and all this
that
shit.
Talking
turns them
about
on.
dads.
And,
The girl starts talking
They're like in
about
the
her
middle of
dad
nowhere,
issues.
and it's just a coincidence that
That's
she's
his
going
kink?
through all this shit. Her husband dies, and she's literally stuck with like handcuffs.
yeah.
She's handcuffed to the bed.
This
She has
was
to break her arm.
a retreat
or
to
her hand.
ignite their
Listen,
sex life.
we got to
again.
speak. We're not going to spend
Yeah.
5 minutes on
So-
Jail's game.
Yeah.
We're not going to do this.
Moral of the
Listen,
story
we're trimming
is
all
this
of
shit's
this.
crazy.
That's how Netflix and chill started.
Yeah.
Them type of movies.
Yeah.
Niggas like, yo, this is
Like,
boring.
shit that
Yeah,
has, like,
Transformers
yeah.
too. That's a great Netflix and chill movie because it's
No,
trash.
it's loud.
That's
to the
long.
sound.
It's like
Yeah,
Born
exactly.
Identity
Then you need
movies.
that
It's
sound.
They're so quiet.
Yo, the
You need that shit to
It's
be loud.
like-
you can't hear them.
like, yo, what the fuck is going
Sometimes
on?
you got to turn it up
saying?
extra
Y'all
loud
Just
so they can-
breathing.
All you got to do is like, as the guy, you like turn over and just give it that little nudge. So you know, like, yo, what's good?
What's that?
Or she like backs that ass up a little bit into you. It's like,
Right?
what happened?
Or you just-
Netflix is like, are you still watching? It's like, nah, bro.
It's over.
I think my Xbox turns
said
off
no.
after that. Like, all right, pal,
Oh yeah,
you
but say
good.
you do get the other
They
shit.
got the hand
They
clapping.
say like, hey, I know what you're doing,
like,
my
how you
nigga.
doing?
Little
Cheek
camera on
clapping.
top
It's
of the
over.
TV. It's
Game
like,
over.
oh my bad.
As a clapper,
He said, no, I'm not watching The Office.
fucking
anymore.
connect. The connect turns around like,
it
nah, we don't want to
running.
watch that one.
Yo, they getting rid of Office soon. They
Oh yeah,
2021,
it's about
yeah.
to get
The
cut off.
contract
soon.
2021.
2 years from now.
who's gonna pick it up?
Nah, it's gonna be
The
2020
NBC
in
app.
6
NBC's
months.
getting their own streaming
A
thing.
year and a
I
half.
heard
Right.
NBA. The NBA app. I was like, okay, I see you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
NBC's got
app.
their own streaming thing.
Yeah,
coming
it's
out.
coming out.
We were just talking about this last
Everybody's
episode
much.
too.
I can't wait till
Everybody
you,
Oh,
getting
about,
Enough.
yeah, everybody getting their own
Enough.
streaming site. They're trying to get good.
I need that UPN app.
I would pay
I
for
would
that.
definitely pay for
I would
that.
absolutely pay for that.
It would be like $2.99 a month.
I don't know. I was kind of going back and like watching old shows because for like a week straight, like I wouldn't change the channel on the TV. I would just use it for like Netflix or whatever. Like
Batteries died in the
like,
remote.
Yeah, so I'd like turn it on and then I'd fall asleep and I'd wake up and like Martin would be playing at like 2 a.m. And I was like, it was some like weird episodes where he was just like, man, you telling me that a woman can't be president of the United States? And he's just like, well, yeah, because PMS, blah blah. And I was like, this is different.
It was very,
this
it was
episode?
very
like,
problematic.
Was that
Maybe
like
we
the
don't
final
need this.
season where they couldn't be like shot together at all?
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
yeah, they
Yeah,
weren't
'cause
allowed.
the
Like,
sexual-
she would not like
she
be
would not
near him.
shoot
They had to do
near
like
him.
Yeah, that
one
makes sense.
one angle, one angle.
You can tell that
Yeah.
they were never in the
That
same
wasn't
season
gonna last.
after season 3.
He's a diddler.
Yeah.
Give it.
You heard it here first, folks.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I remember there was a joint on UPN that it was like a claymation joint where Eddie Murphy was like a
Oh,
plumber.
the
You remember that
PJs.
shit?
The PJs, my nigga.
PJs.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that. I didn't watch that.
Motherfucking right.
Projects. It only
Tracy
was like
Morgan
one
had his
season.
first show on there.
It was always like fire shows, but they only lasted literally one season.
Yeah, they had a lot of
Pay
that.
for it.
It was
But yeah.
like the black version of TV from like 7 to like 12 or whatever the case is. And
Definitely
then
had it on lock
And then
back
they had
then.
like WWF
Am I
SmackDown
too
and
young
shit.
for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you're definitely too young for the
This is
PJs.
probably
I was like, damn, I didn't
2004
catch
some
none
shit.
of that. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
This is
At one
black
point,
man.
I just tuned
Black
out
television.
of the conversation.
You wasn't watching Nickelodeon
okay.
or nothing when you
What was
I
your
was.
What was your first TV show you were watching?
Me? Tom and Jerry.
Damn.
If she's like 5 years after us,
That's a fact.
Like,
so you were like in the year 2000 when you were actually watching shows.
I remember. Okay,
Chalk
so
Zone?
no, I
Holy
don't
shit,
know.
man. Imagine coming up on all those shows. And
Can't
she
think of one.
thinks.
I couldn't even
Out
think
of the
of one.
box. That was one of my
Hey,
childhood.
Okay.
that was a good one.
Out of the box.
Oh,
Out of the box.
What was that? I remember the
That
jingle
was
box.
Disney. That was on
That
like
was-
Disney morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't a big Disney person.
That shit was my shit.
Like I missed Degrassi and all that.
I watched
weird.
Degrassi,
Yeah.
but like
That was
I was
like
a little
Noggin or
older.
Nickelodeon
But
shit.
Rocket Power.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean Pokemon shit like that. Dragon Ball Z. I was watching all of
It
that.
wasn't SpongeBob though.
I did SpongeBob a little older. Honestly, I didn't watch a
Yeah.
lot
That's
of
for
SpongeBob
adults.
as a kid. Yeah.
It was just
Um,
Yeah. It was worse back then.
had-
What
when
else
I
was
was a
the
kid.
show I was watching? Arthur. What's the yellow?
when you had
What's
no-
the yellow dude's name?
the yellow dude from
The yellow
Arthur?
dude. No,
In
his
Arthur?
name not Arthur. It's a yellow dude, and all the characters are kind of slightly yellow.
Oh, Bananas in Pajamas. Nah.
No.
I know
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not. I know it's
Simpsons.
not-
My nigga? You
I think one of the main characters, the girl's name is Susie.
I don't know you're talking
It's
about.
a cartoon. No, not Rugrats.
Somebody's watching. It's like, I know. Listen
Yeah,
to
the
this.
No,
actor
that's what,
yelling
like,
at this
that's
shit.
all
You
I'm-
get it? Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
Susie?
You had
Rugrats?
some hallucination.
They're all
Nah,
kind
it
of
was
yellow.
His hair was like 3 squiggles.
Doug?
And it was
Simpsons?
like-
Simpsons?
No, not Simpsons. Like it was like
If you're
kind of
thinking
like.
Hey Arnold, I
not
thought
Hey
Hey Arnold when you
Arnold.
said that shit too.
We'll
It's
look
not.
it
All
up.
yellow.
We'll look it up. We will.
We'll look it up, man.
I'm gonna look up old TV shows.
It's not the Simpsons.
All right.
right now.
We're gonna bookend that conversation right
Anyway,
there.
moral of the story is I'm real young, but my soul is old.
I love how she
watch a
always
lot
like
of
bookends
shit.
it with moral of the story is.
Moral
Moral of the story is don't play
with
me.
no morale.
These niggas.
Fuck these
I may
niggas.
be young, but I watch out of the box.
I've been
you know?
Yeah.
So I
Netflix and
think
chilling
I'm
for
back
many
in the
years.
day.
So you gonna
I
step
watch
out
In
my
Living
box?
Color reruns.
in living color. Yo, they need
You
to put
can
more on
do
Netflix.
what you
That's all I'm gonna say.
wanna do.
On
You
Hulu.
need to.
In living color.
More black-
But listen,
black
we got
shows.
our guests in the building. So I wanted to, we wanted to talk more about your music,
You and
what you've been working on recently, and all
Can't
that,
do
because
it.
I think it's very important for people to
Listen,
understand
confidential.
the shit
Let
that you
the
that you
people
do, bro.
know.
This is a very talented man sitting to my left, bro. Very talented
That's all
man
I've
sitting
been
to my, all the
hearing.
way to the right as well.
Hi, Kyrie.
We're gonna get to him. Yeah. But yeah, bro, what you been working on recently, bro?
Recently, I dropped a few new songs. I dropped one today. And
Word.
you can find it on SoundCloud right now. And
Under what? What
YouTube,
are they looking for?
Maglo, just my name, Maglo. It'll be the first thing that pops up.
Magalicious, for sure.
Yeah, it's a like a continuation of one of like the old characters in my first EP, Frank the Alien. This one, he's like at a talent show trying to like share his truth, and it doesn't go well for him.
Okay.
So that's basically the whole song. And but yeah, besides that, I released a small compilation on Spotify recently of like all the, or not all, but like select old songs that were popular from my SoundCloud that people liked.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trying to get everything up on Spotify and stuff, because I used SoundCloud for the longest time, and I was like, when I first started, I planned on like, oh, all right, SoundCloud will be like the whole thing, like any song I make will go on SoundCloud, and like the official releases will go on like streaming, Spotify and stuff like that. But it just doesn't make sense to do that.
He's like, give me this money, man.
Yeah,
Putting
it's
all
just like,
these
just put it all.
fire
Yeah, throw it up
on
there.
streaming.
And
what we
people
gonna
wanted
do?
it, you know.
What was the Porygon one? What's the exact?
Porygon House Party?
Bro, that one.
That's just fire.
Yeah.
I was like, this beat sounds like a bunch of Porygon in a house just going
fucking
off.
transitions towards the end. I was like, holy shit.
So for the SoundCloud one, was it just like the ones that had the most listens, or you said they were fan favorites?
Yeah, just like some fan favorite ones. There wasn't a whole lot of rhyme and reason. It was just kind of the ones that I thought meshed together pretty well, and
Sounded
like
cohesive.
they're all instrumental. I didn't put ones with like lyrics on it. I just wanted to like, here's like some cool like production accolades that I had from the past. Like here's some pretty good ones that I feel proud of.
Right.
So yeah, that's what's
Dope
going on
shit,
with that.
Do you think that's because? Do you like? What do you think you're better at, producing, or
Probably producing. Yeah, I think producing,
really?
because I like
He has
writing
such
lyrics.
A diverse background.
Thank you. I like writing lyrics, but they're so hard, and I feel like you can only say so much, or there's only so much that I want to say, given like my like just life perspective, like where I'm from and stuff. So I try to like sometimes write like story type things or like things about like other things, but it mostly ends up being like kind of self-centered. And lately it's been kind of angry because there's just so much shit that like you see and you read online, and just like the way people are interacting with each other just like gets you bent out of shape. So like even though I try to like be like push that down socially or something, like
Yeah.
it always comes out in music because it's like it's always how I feel.
Right.
Like so yeah, it's been like that lately, but I've been able to kind of release a few songs here and there kind of with that concern in my head, and then I feel like once I release a thought, it's like kind of cleared from my head for a good while. So now I'm starting to kind of get back to myself without all of this other outside just bullshit.
So you feel like you're more
Anger
like
stuff.
focused at this moment?
Yeah.
So you're prepared to just like create more and just let people hear the past stuff and the new stuff.
Yeah, so I'm just like bringing it all together. I'm finding ways to like combine all of the many like styles and like just influences together
Definitely
into
many.
something cohesive. Because sometimes there's like video game stuff that sounds like really like cute or pretty or something like that, and then there's like sometimes I just want things to sound like really rough and just like raw and grimy or whatever. Sometimes I just want to like rap forever. Sometimes I want to say less. So I'm finding like a balance between everything.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Do
one thing I
whatever you
call from
feel.
you for the long. No, you go first.
So yeah, but say just if what you feel at the time, you don't have to necessarily blend it all together. If you have a certain vibe, a certain day, just do that.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. Like I was so concerned with like trying to find a way to keep or to make like an album or something, like a body of
You
work
wanted,
that
like,
was
cohesive?
cohesive. Yeah, but it's just like I'm all over the place right
Yeah,
now.
bro,
So
so
like
ain't nothing
I
wrong
just
with that
started
shit.
releasing singles and stuff.
Which is smart. A lot of good, like honestly good artists, people that are good in their craft, they make a shit ton of music going everywhere in the world, and then they release it at different times, and then they get little pieces from over those times, and then they collaborate those into one piece of work.
Exactly.
You know? They output little bits and pieces here and there, however they're feeling. Like you said, you feel different types of ways. That's why you create differently. Sometimes you want to rap. Sometimes you want to sing or, have that melodic like tone.
Exactly.
And sometimes you don't want to say shit. So
Yeah.
I get
Let
those
the beat
vibes. I
talk.
definitely see that, or I can hear that in the couple of songs that I did hear from you. That's why I figured you would like producing more. You can hear it in that. You put, not saying that, your words weren't valuable because I did like the song overall.
Thanks.
But I really did like the beat a lot.
Thanks. Yeah.
You took your time.
Yeah, like, and I kind of want to take my time with like everything that I do. Like, I want everything to feel purposeful. Like, so when I'm like saying something, I want to like take a little time to like look into things and like study a bunch of stuff. And I don't know, kind of after a while, like I was really trying to study a lot on like Black history and just a bunch of stuff going on with Black people. And like you find like a bunch of patterns that like people try to get together and try to like push something forward, and then sometimes like a movement will fall apart in like 5 years or something like that. And then because just inner turmoil, like all the small differences between people, and I kept like noticing this trend, and instead of trying to find one way that I like kind of one like path to go forward with, I'm focusing now on like all of the many elements that I relate to everyone.
Absolutely.
And trying to like piece it together so that maybe like when I die, it like represents like everyone. And so like a way that's like, oh, okay, cool. Now like we kind of understand each other a little more, maybe. Or I'm just fucking making music.
No, 1,000%. That's why I was glad to see that you were re-releasing old joints so people now can listen to them, because, listening to you for so long and knowing you for this long, you have a spectrum of sounds. You know what I mean? You can't pigeonhole, somebody can't pigeonhole you as a rapper, as a singer, as a producer. You do a various amount of these things at a high level, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So for you to make this readily accessible for more people, out here, if you want to listen, he already told you the links. Do what you got to do. Got some fire. But that's exactly what you should do, because somebody may hear you rap crazy, but they don't understand, his melody writing is incredible, you know what I mean?
Or
the
the
hooks,
beats.
the bridges that he does, you know what I mean? We were just talking off the mic about a new song that you dropped called Goddamn.
Yo.
And the joint is like 4 minutes long, like hype, and then towards like in the middle, like just this guitar
Strumming.
starts
Strumming
coming
crazy.
in, bridge comes in, and it just changes like the landscape of the song.
Yeah, it's like serenity. Like in the middle of chaos, it's like a moment of serenity and shit. Right? It's like the eye of the hurricane. Right?
Yeah.
Then the hurricane comes
Like
right back and
a
shit,
moment of clarity type
Yeah,
shit.
that shit is fire,
That's what,
man.
like, to add upon that, like, Chris Maglo had just done, like, a cover for Deftones over at, like, Will's Pub, and me and Stephen Marver were there. And, like, during it, we just, like, kind of just, like, turned to each other and we're just, like, his fucking range is, like, insane. That he just, because he picked that up real short notice, because it was supposed to be a band thing, and he ended up doing that solo and acoustic. Like, he just did that in, like, 4 days. Like, learned, like, 8 songs or something like that, 6 songs, learned it acoustically, and just fucking killed it. Like, belted the shit out of it. Where, like, people that were, like, outside near the bar would, like, coming around the corner, like, who the fuck is doing this shit right now? Like, it was wild. It was really
Is there
fucking
video
great.
of that?
Probably.
I have like a lot of people. I'm sure Steven's got some videos. I have some videos, but
That's one constructive criticism I would like to say to you. I would like somebody to go with you to record these, so people can see what's going on.
You gotta record the memories too.
Because it's like, like the live performance that you do, you know what I mean? And a lot of time with a lot of artists, they either don't want to do it, whatever the case is, that's so important.
Yeah.
That's so important. And the fan base that you've grown so far, like when you pull up to these live events, they pull up, bro.
I think it's like perfectionism type thing. Like because if I want to like venture into like a different like medium of like expression, because I feel like video is like definitely not my specialty right now, and like I throw all my eggs into music, which is not, you know, you have to branch out into other like forms of media and stuff. But I feel like I've been like wanting to like learn more, or like find somebody that I'm just like, I like the way you do video, and I like that you do it as passionately as I do about like how I make music, so that it feels like
cohesive.
Yeah, kind of cohesive. But I mean, that's just like, you can't always try to hit perfect all the time.
Yeah, of course.
You have to start like just even a little more simple. But a bad live performance, like, or a poorly captured live performance, like really can do some damage, I feel like.
That's why you could throw those out. He's like, that one? No, we good on that one.
Like, if the mic's just like flat sounding and it's just like it's like not leveled and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like goes, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, yo,
I'm just like, this don't sound right.
But that also teaches you lessons.
That's true.
And that's life. Like, you know, you have to lose some to win.
That's true.
So.
And I still get people asking me about the show at Tiranaug over in Daytona, where it was maxed out at capacity and people were still flooding through the doors for that show. And I'm on top of the bar, like having to sit on top of the bar, like recording and all that shit. And everyone was like, dude, is he doing another show over there? I was like, gotta talk to him.
That was a really good show.
But that's what's fire, man.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely video. So, like,
and people want to relive in those moments too. Like, we would love to see that. Because you can't relive that. It's a live performance. You can't reenact that. I mean, of course, I know it's going to happen again for you, but like to be in that moment right then and there, to have something so unexpected happen, we want to see that, but we can't because we weren't there.
That's true.
So video would bless us.
And I've been pissed off because trust me, he invites me every time you have a show, bro. And every time I'm either working or whatever the case is.
It's okay.
I'm like, I need to fucking go.
Do you have more local shows? Are you you're in Orlando? You're Orlando based?
Deltona, but yeah, most of the shows are either in like from Daytona to Orlando, somewhere in between.
I'll be down to go. That's why I was asking. I'll be down.
I have been to a couple shows. He has a good turnout. People really turn up for him and come down for him. Like, you'd be
Jay said
surprised.
he's doing one as well.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice. Was that at
When you did Swamp Juice?
Yeah, the 369 Lounge. You made a little cameo.
That was cool. Yeah, came in,
did your
verse real quick.
Swamp Juice, verse and bounce.
Disappeared.
Where was that?
They threw a smoke bomb and shit. Like,
Where was that?
It was like a
369 Lounge.
Yeah, 369.
Oh, right there on
Lounge.
Pine?
Yeah. I was working with Mark, the OG Ninja, and
been on the show plenty of times. Shout out to Mark.
Yeah, we had a song together, and I just came in with him. He's like, "Yo, we've never done this before. Like, come through. It's a local show." So I'm like, "All right, cool. Like, we're here."
I'm upset I missed it.
I thought about that too. I'm like, has he ever like came out for a feature before? Because usually,
we've never done it before.
That's dope.
That's crazy. I haven't done that live.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
That was cool. It was cool. Like, I didn't know if people would like dig it, because it was more of a trap vibe, and
but you rapping on that shit,
weird
though,
ass
man.
dude. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I always get like self-conscious.
That's one of the trends. Like you rapping on that bitch. Like, oh shit, that nigga dropping M-bombs. You don't really hear that
It's
too
like
much.
green hat. Just like this guy looks nice.
Where would you like to expand to?
Shoot. I kind of want to see what it'd be like to play in Miami, like for like as a more like obtainable thing. I actually really want to. I kind of want to one day maybe restation in Atlanta. I think that'd be like a really cool place, like Atlanta or like Brooklyn. A lot of people have been telling me to like go.
I think you would be good fit for Brooklyn rooftop vibes. Pick a venue that has a rooftop, and I think your music would be really good at like a rooftop listening or a rooftop party. Even if you just are like a featured artist. Like, I think that'd
be cool. I don't
know.
know.
Really cool. I think that it would fit the vibes, and I think that the people out there would pick up your music and enjoy it. So
that'd be cool.
I see you doing bigger things, honestly.
Yeah. That's a fact. I can see you like getting one. You know what I mean, just real quick, just going to see what it is. Like, oh, I just got a show in Brooklyn. I'm gonna go check it out. And once you do that one, you're like, I'm gonna stay.
Like, what am I doing? Why am I here?
Someone out for a place to live.
I'm coming back
out here.
Like he got like that Brooklyn Bowl vibe, you know what I
He's
mean? Like that
you are a bigger dynamic than Deltona, Orlando, and Daytona.
Yeah,
That's
people
why I
come out
asked
for
you
him.
where you've been, because even Tampa and Miami, I would have thought you would venture out there, but you really should.
I should leave my house. I should get out of my house.
I should leave sometime. Just in the room, in the
management?
basement.
No, I don't actually.
Maybe venture into management. You're having shows. Who helps
Yeah.
you with your music? As far as like marketing.
Oh god,
Booking.
it's just me like
Does his own artwork and
throwing
shit.
money into Facebook
Launch.
and Instagram ads and like just kind of word of mouth and making.
So you
Sounds
just
like a
self-manage,
posting, yeah.
self-produce,
yeah, just kind of
write everything.
yeah. It's all just been
One-man band. That's
yeah,
it.
just kind of going for it.
It's a little solo show.
Yeah,
Sure, that could be the second thing on top of videos. Just finding someone that you
finding
trust
good
enough
management.
to. But not only management, but wherever you think, you know what, if you can hold this down, this will give me a lot more time to either be more creative or focus on something else.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
I hate spending time on like Instagram and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it just I like Instagram, but like other things like Facebook and Twitter and stuff, I just can't.
You want to find someone with an equal match of like passion in music and also passion in branding, because you want
Yeah.
somebody that can brand you well, but somebody who would want to and who can appreciate music growth.
Yeah, branding's the hardest part, I think.
Facts. for
There's
everybody.
honestly, there's a lot of people in the area that you can connect with that are interested in things like that. I actually know a venue out here that you can perform at, and then they have one of the guy that owns it. He's a manager and he does music management. He's actually pretty decent. He started a music festival. I don't know if it's already happened yet, but it's called Super.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of that.
He's the guy who like curated all of that. I can give you his contact information, but that would be somebody that you'd want to get in contact with as well. Those people will, you know, they'll take you from little box to big box, and then you jump your fucking way. You skyrocket.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, you have the not only like the catalog, but also like you know your shit. So it's like
Yeah.
if you get a look or whatever the case is, you're gonna score every time because you're ready. You've been building for this for quite some time. I mean, you went through the
And you're
highs and the lows.
versatile.
Yeah.
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 He's
You have
very.
many hats. So
Yes.
and not only like performance wise, as far as like you rap and singing, you also a producer. You also have managed
Adapt
yourself.
on the fly.
Like
Yeah.
you brought in yourself here so you could take yourself further.
That's true.
But like we have sat down and discussed before, we've made a lot of changes on this podcast since I've joined in, and that's honestly like we are where we are now because we've sat down and had meetings and we've discussed things. We grow as a team. Kelly was saying it a really long time ago when we were making episodes outside of his house. Is like you want to grow with a team that has a passion to grow with you as well.
Right.
So it takes more than one person, you know, to get there. Obviously, you initiated it. You're doing great, but with the
It's
team,
that
you never
time.
know where you can, like, you know. And that's a good
Yeah.
thing. That's a
I'm
great
ready
thing
to see my
to
guy's name
need
in lights.
other people to wanna, you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
great thing to be able to wanna or to need to lean on someone to handle something else because you're so busy. You
Yeah.
have so many things on your plate that you gotta pass a little bit off.
Yeah.
Everybody eats.
I would like to have like that type of thing managed and then start worrying about throwing like weird interactive like shows, like making like my next focus, because I'm like, all right, cool, music, I got this now, I feel very comfortable in this. Now I want to like expand like the performance art aspect of it
Absolutely.
and like start working on like a live show for that. I think that'll be cool.
Because experiences, period, are so pivotal to, you know, branding yourself and just getting people to stick to you. You know what I mean? So when somebody gets an experience they never saw before, they're like, yo, you seen that Maglo show? This dude was in a fucking, he was flying across the whole venue, whatever the case. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's like, yo, the way he presented himself was so different. You know what I mean? And I bring this up all the time, but the people that do that so well in music is like our future, like Tyler and all them. They're incredible.
Yeah, we did talk about that recently.
At
too.
creating user experiences for listeners. They have, you know, the events that they throw. And that's like a whole different perspective. So like you said, now that you're comfortable with the music,
Yeah.
and say you do get a little bit support on like another side, you can focus on, you know, what can I do to, you know, make my shows a little different, or
Yeah.
maybe you could do like a listening session that, know what I mean, that's catered to something else. Know what I mean, like just
Yeah.
different ideas that come up that are out of the box.
Yeah, he's
Something,
like.
oh,
Go ahead.
Something different he did do not too long ago was the Minecraft festival shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was watching live. That's where he debuted. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit! Like I've never even like comprehended or seen anything like that. Like, how did that come about? Because that was just
My friend.
that was like left.
Yeah, my friend Valentine, she was part of that as well. I'm not sure who was really throwing it or anything, but she let me know like what was going on, and then she's like, "Yeah, you just make like a 20-minute DJ set, and that's pretty much it." And like the festival will be inside Minecraft, so like players can go in and like they'll go and see like a stage, like an outdoor stage and
I
everything.
didn't have Minecraft, so I just watched. I watched the stream online.
I bought it, and then the server went down for a little bit, so like I couldn't like keep it. I was like, man,
y'all overloaded the server. That was funny.
Minecraft. I don't know how this works.
But yeah, that was interesting to see though. Like I've never seen. Like I know like what was the other game that did like a little festival? Yeah, Fortnite with I think Marshmallow, and they did something like that.
Yeah.
But that
Wow,
was
I'm
definitely
not a
unique.
gamer.
We were talking about different
like, I didn't
experiences.
know
That's
what
Yeah,
exactly
different
what you're talking
experiences. Like that's something like that's completely different.
He
man.
did had like a concert in a video.
in the
game.
video game.
Like-
Like they had a festival within the game. They had
It's
like
cool.
2 stages, 2 links of like a heaven and a hell.
Wait, this is in the video. If you buy the video game,
If we're in the video
can,
game
like,
right now,
yeah.
we can
Yeah,
tune in.
it was-
You know
it
what I
was-
mean?
You could like
a
go to
scheduled
like
thing.
the server link or whatever, and then you'll be in like the environment that's like a festival grounds, but virtually. And so you can like
And then you can stream it online.
you can like kind of see a performance. I mean, it's gonna be like blocks like on stage,
Yeah,
like
it's
behind
nice.
like
It's
a
still
DJ
Minecraft.
decks. You know, it's
Yeah.
still Minecraft. But, like,
okay.
it's
it's not like
Minecraft.
your face on it.
Right, it's
But
not
it's
like
your music.
me like digitally like Tupac like imposed into the thing, but like
Yeah, do a Minecraft music video.
that would be kind of cool.
The Maglo Leo.
That'd be
The
fun. man.
Maglogram. That'd be
Yeah,
That
I
was
like
that was
that.
definitely a unique experience that I definitely enjoyed.
That was a DJ set too. That was like I've never done like a DJ thing before, like ever. That was my first DJ set.
Did you like it?
Yeah. it was
Would you get into DJing?
cool.
Another notch under the belt.
Yeah, but I say
maybe.
you might as well just
I,
do it
don't-
all.
I guess I could. I like performing. I like running around
Yeah.
and like
That's-
taking the mic. Like I bought a wireless mic recently, and I just like running around
Yeah.
and like just like
Yeah, you do
That's
get out
something that
there
we
with people.
always hear, like after his shows or something like that. Like, damn, his crowd work. Like, he's interactive as fuck with the crowd. Like,
Yo,
he's
jump
never
out into the
actually
crowd.
on the stage for too long. Like, he's up in the crowd. Like, when team comes on, like, it's fucking wild.
Touches
like, it
the
goes
people,
nuts.
literally.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why that live component is so important.
That's a
up
fact.
And
there.
you got another show Friday.
yes.
You got another show Friday in downtown DeLand.
Yes,
What's
at
the date on that?
Rewind.
20.
What is
Eighth?
the
28th. Yeah.
28th, yeah. So that'll be the doors open at 7, and that's at Rewind. It's like an arcade bar. So they
Yeah.
have cool like
I love
arcade
arcade
cabinets
bars.
everywhere. Yeah, it's super sweet.
dude.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice place.
I still haven't
It's
been to a
aesthetically
Rewind.
pleasing to go into, and I love that shit.
Yeah.
Especially that one. They have like a nice glowy light thing going on. And it's like everything's all white. So like
They got like
the
80s
lights are
music
glowy.
videos playing and shit.
Actually, I think I may be able to go there. I think I'm done here at 6.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
yes.
come after
What time
work.
you on?
That's a good question. Somewhere in that night, hopefully early, because I kind of want to. I don't want to leave, but
Go home and watch Golden Girls.
so CEO. I don't know if y'all know that. Like CEO.
Oh yeah, that is the weekend.
That's also this
weekend,
weekend.
Fuck,
in
yeah, you're
Daytona.
right. I want to go
Yeah.
Sunday because
What is
I might
it?
be busy. It's a
See,
video game tournament.
yeah, it's
Street
like-
Fighter. Where's my backpack? It's over there somewhere.
I'm not
But
a
yeah.
gamer.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got very
It's
excited.
so-
I was like, what is this?
Nah,
They're
you-
meshing
man.
so much too.
It's like the first time it's in Daytona, right? Because usually in Orlando.
It's their last year too.
Yeah, like last year was in Daytona as well. They had like a collaboration with. I don't know anything about wrestling, but I guess like
WB.
Yeah, it's another
Japan
collaboration this
Pro
year.
Wrestling
Japan
or
Pro.
something. Yeah, and this year they have cool stuff going on. So like, yeah,
Wait, so you doing that too, or
I do have a panel that I'm gonna be part of. It's like the Music of CEO panel because
fun, though.
every year we, like O and I have done O Super. We've kind of done the music for it every year, like the theme songs, and like last year with IQ, we were like curating an album and everything for it. And this year I only submitted a song, but yeah, usually we'll be working on albums and stuff like that for the.
That's fire.
for the
so he's
event.
worked on
That's
theme
cool, yeah.
songs and albums for video game festivals.
He did actual
Hello.
music for a video game too.
Hello.
Like you did
You like my
for
pen?
what video game was that for your
Paranormal.
Keep on
friend?
doing
Yeah,
this.
Paranormal. You did like the whole soundtrack for that video game.
Yeah, that was cool because like that was a cool like put yourself out into the universe and like say what you want and like it
Yeah.
comes back to you. Like she was a fan of my music And then I was like, oh, I want to do music for a video game. That's like one of my dreams. And then they're like, okay, cool. Well, we have like this thing that we're doing. It's like a cool dating sim. And it's like also like a mystery detective game. And it's like, would love for you to do like the soundtrack for it. So Volume 1 of the soundtrack came out last year.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that process, I was wondering about that too. So do you like see the game beforehand? Like how do you structure like a musical landscape over a video game as opposed to just making like an album?
For that one, it was like inspired by like the story that was going on. Like they gave me a rundown of the story and everything that was going on, and then like some what's the word I'm looking for? Like backgrounds of like
themes.
Yeah, like kind of like literally like the artwork for the game and stuff like that to like
inspire you.
Yeah, to draw influence from it, and pretty much like we had it kind of based off like kind of parts of the game, like or also like this kind of situation's happening. So I want something that captures like that like feeling or like the tension or stuff like that. So it's really varied. It's all instrumental and it has like anything from like I guess what people would think like lo-fi beat type inspired stuff.
Right.
Like piano parts, like just like piano pieces and like all types of cool stuff on there.
How long is it?
It's like 20 something minutes. It's like 6 tracks, so it's not too bad. And that's the first volume, and then they released chapter 2 of the game, so we'll continue to work as the game gets released and written and stuff.
That's beautiful, man.
That's cool.
I remember
What instruments do you play?
Guitar and piano.
And what equipment do you use for producing?
I record into a Focusrite 2i2 interface into like sometimes Ableton, most of the time FL Studio is my favorite one because it's just I grew up using it. Like I've been using it since I was like a teenager. Yeah, first I bootlegged it.
Come on.
But then you buy it because you buy it, then you get them free updates forever.
Oh, you really?
Yeah. So if you're trying to sponsor,
well, of course they know. Like
I never knew that.
Image
they got
Line.
top niggas bootlegging.
Hit me up, Image
You
Line.
can still bootleg.
I tried
right
producing at one point, and FL Studio was my shit.
Yeah,
I never
we
tried
all
producing.
fucking tried it.
Didn't work out. I feel like that was
Music
the gateway,
wasn't
right?
my thing. It was like karaoke music was my thing. I had a karaoke machine.
Yeah.
I could fuck
good,
y'all up
though.
on that.
I mean,
Yeah.
So I could.
I mean,
I was singing a lot of Backstreet Boys and shit.
I got the knowledge of that.
My fire.
Put the echo on it.
Desire.
Okay. You're just gonna have to relax now.
Who made the beats on all those?
I know, right?
Because it was like this,
Like the karaoke songs. Like who made the karaoke songs?
Oh, I want to know who
Now they
did
just
that.
put the filter on it. So
Come and find out, Tim.
You know what song that was
By the way,
I
always
also
on
did
like
that.
my karaoke like track list? You know the song where it's like you do or you don't.
Oh,
You
You will
Oh,
or
you
you won't.
Oh,
No more.
yeah,
No more, baby, I'ma do right. You treat me like a lady when you
Who
open
was
doors
that?
and doors, and then you want to firm.
That's not
with your
3LW.
voice.
Nah,
Yes, it
wait,
is.
is it?
That is
It is
3LW.
3LW?
That is
no
three,
more.
yes.
Oh man.
okay.
Right on the money, baby.
On it, man.
Yeah, that
So I
was.
switched my girls around
That's
like
why I got
3L
introduced
Dub.
to Adrian. What's her name?
Adrian Bayon.
In the video, he
Some
said
shit like
3L
that.
Dub. He said,
That nigga, he had to trim it because he kept fucking up.
I wasn't like old enough to really grasp what was going on. What was Cheetah Girls?
Cheetah Girls was
What?
Disney.
Cheetah Girls
That
is
was Disney
movie.
made.
It's like about like sisterhood between friends.
Okay.
And then they try to like how like the industry try to come in between them, and they basically all found each other again.
Yeah, I remember the movie. The movie was really good. The music was good.
It was
but
so
like, were
good.
they also like they just ended up being a band too? Like, because I remember like
They weren't really a band. It was kind of like a Disney soundtrack, and that was
Evolved Josie and the
Yeah,
Pussycats.
'cause-
probably tried
Okay.
to.
it. Raven Simone didn't do
she
anything
wasn't
in
trying
music.
to.
No.
Okay.
And neither I think it was the white girl with the blonde hair. Was she white or Spanish?
I
The one
It
with the
was
blonde hair, she
Raven,
wasn't in 3LW.
Adrian.
It was just Adrian and the girl with the gap. They were the only two in 3LW. And then their other girl was like,
Switched the girls
we don't
around.
even know her name.
that's all she made it to 3LW.
Yeah, shout out to the Gap Girl.
Featured by
Adrian,
Debrat.
Kind of did her own thing.
Violated her. Violated her
That's still
shit.
funny. That's still fucking funny.
No, when they actually
Flip.
spell it out, like when Tumblr was popping and they put the fucking subtitle.
Promise it, promise it.
Y'all violated her shit, bro.
Easy,
I feel like the
bro.
only person that ever made it out of that shit like that, like in this generation, was like Ariana, like Disney.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Miley
yeah.
Shit,
Cyrus.
Nickelodeon though.
Miley Cyrus made it out.
Miley, yeah.
Like,
But did
Yeah.
she? Yeah, no, I'll count
She
that. I'll
did,
count
she
that.
did,
I want
she
to
did.
You niggas said did she?
Is
Like,
she
yes,
out?
nigga.
No, because I'm comparing it to like Ariana fame, but that's true.
Oh.
Ariana different.
Yeah.
She like Mariah Carey. and shit.
I would have say Hillary Duff, but she just stopped doing music.
Yo,
and all that
Hillary
shit.
Duff.
Hillary's like she's the only
Thick.
normal person.
Boy.
She is.
Thick.
She is
With
He
3
said- She
C's.
said she was thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Niggas said,
Baby, what it do, baby?
I was listening to like a
Fire.
S Club 7 radio thing on Spotify the other day. It was a weird day. I went to like Shake Shack and like a Trader Joe's and like it was like, let me pop on the S Club
Oh,
7. It
I
was a
love
weird
Trader
day.
Joe's.
You're definitely gonna move to Brooklyn.
It was just not intentionally. I was just down there and I was like, oh, I know I like Shake Shack and Trader Joe's is here. They got like expensive cheese.
They ain't got no bags.
Treat
Right?
yourself today.
All recyclable.
Yeah, I ain't got that where I live, but
He said S Club 7. That is insane.
yeah, so it was S Club 7, and Hillary Duff came on, and I did not know that Hillary Duff, like, whoever she was producing with, like, that shit bang. Like,
What song was
Really?
it? What song? I only know. I only
shit.
feel like she
actually
had like 1 or 2 good songs.
yeah, I
I
don't.
don't
What
think
was
Hillary
her
Duff
hit?
sang like that. It was like one with the rain. It was something
Why
sad.
not?
Yeah, that song.
What was it?
Oh, the
Take
Lizzie
a
McGuire
crazy
movie?
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, I
Why
think
not
that's
do
it.
a crazy dance?
Bro, you go
I remember
back.
the friend from Lizzie McGuire. She was
You
cute.
go back on old songs that we came up on. Like now, it's like it's actually pretty good. Yeah, I know why this was a hit,
Those
man.
the hits, the hit sound effects, like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, the hit.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
All that New Jack Swing influence was weird.
That Teddy Riley influence.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
still trying to think of did anyone else make it out of
I don't think so, man.
Drake made it out of Degrassi.
does that work?
That does work.
Yeah, that makes
Because
sense, 'cause that's
Degrassi
some
was
Disney.
like
He
some
started
old
the-
school like it wasn't Disney, was it?
No, it was like
it's like
Canada.
It's
He put-
Nickelodeon.
Canada type of
Noggin.
yeah,
It's Noggin.
Nickelodeon, but like
it's
yeah.
Noggin.
No, I mean like the company, like
It was
Okay, well,
Canada.
Disney,
Canada shit.
Nickelodeon, Noggin, whatever. They're all under the same roof of type of
Yeah,
like a show,
yeah.
and then they come up and they're megastars now. Basically,
Maglo
so.
trying to alienate the Canadians.
no, I was just saying it was
'Cause
like
they want a chip on
licensed.
y'all.
Never going on tour.
Noggin. I didn't think I was like, oh, licensed by in Canada. Licensed by Noggin.
According to my
Originally
Jesus
produced and
Christ.
debuted in Canada.
Yeah.
See what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna host like an event, and we're just gonna do like throwback 2000s, like
I wanted
that
to go on the
vibe.
millennial tour.
like
missed
what's
it.
that like New
No,
Kids
that-
on the Block
that
and shit and all
dysfunctional
that?
shit.
What do you mean? I heard it was pretty good.
I didn't like it that
B2K?
much.
Yeah, B2K.
Oh shit, I would see that.
Didn't Raz B
Yeah,
drop from it?
Like,
Raspy's been.
I mean, they honestly are probably
about
lip singing.
problematic.
They lip sing the whole thing probably. So
I don't know anything about
really
Raz B.
doesn't matter. But,
I thought you wanted to go to it.
no, I'm
Right?
saying about if
She
people
just
don't
wanted
go
to see
or not.
Omari
I'm saying, I just want
do
everyone
Icebox.
to like.
It's nostalgia.
I want to see
Yeah,
that.
it's
I was about to say
nostalgic.
I go to see Omari on do Icebox.
You know, I wanted to
nigga.
wear my hair in like
see.
pigtails and wear a throwback jersey.
I will
but
pay
was
top
like,
dollar
Got
to see
the
NSYNC,
jersey
dog.
dress.
Jersey dress. That's what I'm saying.
I would
Like,
pay
I didn't get to do it.
$200 to see NSYNC in concert.
NSYNC?
right
Jack
now.
Nicholson gif.
We just
Okay.
saw what's his name?
Chris Kirkpatrick got to come out as what's his name? My shiny teeth and me. He got to do that though.
If he would do that, I would pay $200 to see that. To hear it like blast, like the bass, like rumbling over some big stadium speakers, I would hear that song loud.
Easily.
I would
just wanna
pay to
hear
hear that
it going.
song.
That's it. I'm out.
I feel like people don't get to hear a lot of songs that they like rip on loud, like with
Hearing
like
them on a
good
big
bass.
speaker,
Like,
whatever the case is completely different.
I
bro.
bet Shiny Teeth is like,
bro. Those
Yeah.
NSYNC
Go
songs,
hard.
bang.
yeah. Shiny Teeth.
They had this shit called like Space Cowboy, some shit way back in the day on like the first
Yeah.
album, and I played that shit in my car. She was like, I was like, oh, damn.
That's what Hillary Duff was about though. Like I was like,
Heavy
Oh.
bass,
I didn't hear this through my TV.
melodies.
these Timberland kicks. These like
My
Over there.
stereo.
big room
No, it was already
kicks.
open. That's why I've been doing this shit the whole time. Ever
It
since
didn't
you like my
bump that hard.
pen, I've been doing this. I'm like, ooh, I don't know what's up about this, but I like it. But listen, we appreciate y'all for coming in, man. For real, like we had good talk. Listen, stream Maglo stuff, buy it. You got merch and all that.
Tell them again how they stream you, events coming up, all that good shit.
That's broken.
I got lit. My bad.
Every streaming outlet, I'm on it. All of them. Deezer, the weird ones you don't know about, all of them. I'm distributing.
Deezer is the weird one we don't want. We don't know
Spotify,
about.
Apple Music,
SoundCloud.
You can get it. They don't pay me
Rip
on
that shit on
SoundCloud,
Kazaa.
but they make you pay to get paid, which is like
Yeah.
I don't
That's
got
how niggas
streams
getting
like
off that.
that. So
Backwards.
yeah. I got a burp. Sorry. All right. So
Sorry, we get
throwing a burp in y'all's ear.
What's your social media?
Yeah, social media.
When he's on
Instagram's
it.
probably the best way to keep up. That's the one I update the most and actually engage with people the most and stuff. The other ones are all right, send also too. So yeah, Instagram is Maglo mag.lo, at Maglo, or just Instagram.com/mag.lo.
Hello.
You can find me on Twitter. Don't use Twitter really ever. But it's
Just look as
there.
Abby.
It's everything else is the Maglo.
I think
with no
Instagram is
dot.
the popular one, so we can get that.
Yeah, we can just
can't put money into
Instagram's
Twitter.
good, and then I have a website which I usually try to update as best as I can, which is maglo.work. So maglo.work.
Yeah. So you just keep that up to date with tour dates and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
tour
merch.
dates and
That's it.
everything. Also on Spotify, you can
drawings.
see the tours now,
That's a fact.
tour dates and stuff. So
I know that.
it's condensing. So all I'll need soon is Instagram and Spotify,
bro.
and it'll be good.
Just
And Apple
have
Music, I
one
guess.
app to
Yeah.
control everything.
Yeah, that'll
So
be
it
really
is.
nice.
I was gonna ask you, do you freelance? If somebody needs graphic work or whatever the case is,
Graphic work,
whatever, music, beats.
Production.
That's pretty much how I got all the other things. It's just freelance work. They hit me up.
him up.
ducksaucemaglo@gmail.com. If you trying to hit me up for serious inquiries.
Business. He trying to get the business popping.
Or serious inquiries, as my hood friends put. That shit pisses me off. I like that you're going into business, but make sure it's right.
Facts.
So yeah, once again, thank y'all for
thanks,
coming.
y'all. I appreciate it.
Yes.
This has been an incredible conversation. Deadass Dope Podcast. We're about to be out of here. Any closing words?
I had somebody request a shout out because they begged me. So shout out to Destiny,
Damn.
Faith, Landon, and Aiden in North Carolina. My family up there. Holla at y'all. See y'all soon.
Shout out to the fans.
Yeah, we got listeners from all over the states. I love it.
Lakers in the playoffs 2020.
Yeah,
We back out here.
chose not to speak about sports
shooters.
today. We'll get back to that.
That's
next
it. That's all we're saying on sports.
Hey, remember
Lakers
when
in
I
the
said
playoffs
that the
2020,
Magic pick
and the
up her
Magic
players?
sucks.
Oh,
Remember I said that's it?
I got
And we
another
picked up
plug.
her player.
Got
I got
one
a
more
plug.
That's what we
Okay,
do.
good.
What's the plug?
All right. My friend Tessa Marie, I'm producing the song for her. It's actually a few songs, but this one is done basically. It's called Fun. Look for it. Tessa Marie. That's it.
How do you spell that?
Tessa, TESSA MARIE. I think she might actually just start going by Tessa though.
I think I've heard of her before.
Yeah, she's around here, Orlando, stuff like
All
that.
right, so Tessa
We'll be on the
Marie,
lookout
check
for
her
that.
out.
Is she a guitarist?
Yes. Yeah, she
I
plays
think-
guitar and ukulele.
I think I've seen her in DeLand before.
Yeah. We
Not in DeLand, but Sanford, excuse me.
yeah, we,
I like
we
it.
threw some bass on it.
Make that shit
Dope
bump.
shit.
Yep.
Some beautiful things. Tune in next week.
Episode 79.
Nine.
Yeah, feeling fine, 79. It was
79.
good.
We're going to holla at y'all.
Everybody,
Peace.
peace.